Where's my money, bitch?
Hey guys, let's dissect another video, Generation Fight, video number 9, group fight. This is another product of my travel to Phuket, Bang Tao, Muay Thai and MMA gym. We had Theo, Nick, Catalyst and Cole. From very beginning, it was so uncertain what is going to be the storyline. That's how we always do. But it was great that Nick came up straight away with some concepts, with ideas, and guys were like putting stuff in. When we kind of established what we're gonna do, I thought this cast is perfect. Nick, he's the troubled man, or the guy who gets the call. Then we have Catalyst coming in, being like the leader of the gang. And we have these two big heavies who also have kind of gave this idea of like, oh, we just thought we were gonna have some frozen yogurt. Probably the latest shot we ever done. Started from about 7 o'clock and we finished around midnight. Let's go. Hello?
Nick,
Who is this?
you know exactly who this is.
I really don't.
You've had long enough
Long enough for what?
to pay what you owe.
So here, straight away, I took like a couple shots from, you know, kind of I want to show that it's from a distance. Nick is getting this call. And then, you know, the mistake what I made, most of my shots were very similar journey. They should be definitely different. It's just like a rule of thumb, which I know now, or rule in general, just shoot it from different perspective, different angles. Don't go the same trajectory, because then when you edit it, like, what are you gonna do with those? Some of the shots are like so similar, or some of the angles, you need to change them up. The setup I really liked here, when Nick is just sitting in this chair and there was like actually spillage right next to him. We put the sign next to it. That was perfect. Fuck. Then we have entrance of Catalyst. I really like the entrance and introduction of Catalyst just coming in, looking left and right, and then talking from the very beginning, look right first, look left, and then that's where you see your subject of intimidation, and that's where you go for. In the same shot, when Catalyst comes in, I already introduced our next two characters, Theo and Cole, and then I also cut, because also like I did cut a lot of footage out of this because I need to fit in a minute and a half, so I did cut quite a lot. But here straight away to the point where Cole is saying about.
I thought we were getting frozen yogurt. Shit, man, you're making me hungry right now.
Shut the fuck up, lad. What am I paying for?
And I really like that when Theo just finished his line and we have a perfect shot on Catalyst when he turns back and he's just like pissed off. And I like when we're featuring them, but also I'm featuring Nick at the end and they are moving forward.
Where's my money, bitch?
Comes straight away, catches the thing, the lapel, you know, straightforward. Here could be better done with mics because again I didn't have anyone to hold the boom mic. I put the lapel mics, and so every time Catalyst was grabbing you can hear that sound, so I had to play around with that sound afterwards. With the fights, with the wrist we played around quite a lot. That was different shots and different angles, but the best one is like the close-up. And then I like when I'm turning around and now I'm introducing that Theo is going to be trying to attack Nick.
Get him, fuckers!
Douche, nice. And that kick was a pain because I couldn't figure out which angle would work the best. And then I shot a couple times when you can just see through that area between Nick and Catalyst that Theo is kicking. But it looks much better if you go kind of around and you show actually that kick and shows the power of the kick. And then when Cole comes over, goes for the hook, Nick is nicely just going under. That grab was really nice. Makes sense. Here we played around a little bit about the pushing, so we had a bit of an issue. Theo was like, so how do I react? And the Cole is getting pushed at me. I said to him, imagine that's something very powerful is coming at you and then you need to show that reaction. The idea is that you're getting take away from that, and so you look as well as that direction, and then as you turn back, then you get punched in the face, and they did it exactly how I wanted them to do. And then here where Carlos is attacking with a knife, the only regret I had, I didn't introduce Carlos showing the knife. And I did remember about it at the end when the guys were already dressed up and, you know, 1 foot outside the door. And I just came and filmed those couple shots with my phone, but yeah, that didn't work, didn't look good. Instead of just showing the knife, which probably even the footage was taken with the phone, that's not a big deal. But the big deal is that I needed to introduce him pulling out the knife, also featuring the rest of the action and showing what's going on with the other guys. Instead, I thought I just gonna do like when he pulls it up, didn't make much sense. With the knife was pretty cool. I like how that worked. Here we had a little bit of figuring out that Nick has to show like a strong kind of a movement around. It was quite static in the beginning, but then we figured it out. And here Cole was attacking. At the beginning we had a Superman punch, but then I realized it's not gonna work. Let's have a hook, body, and then he would reset and go for the flying elbow.
Gotcha, bitch!
That gotcha, bitch, I'm starting getting in trouble. People are like, why are you putting gotcha, bitch? But that's my kind of like a little signature. And here Carlos comes and grabs, very nice close-up, really liked it. And then we struggled with the knee and a groin kick. And I tried to kind of go out and, you know, feature that kick. And I realized actually the best one is when we don't even show the groin kick. So he just shows the motion, Carlos shows the reaction, goes out, we put the sound effect on it, works. And here, next one when Theo is grabbing Nick from behind, here was the headbutt. I wasn't sure if that's gonna work, but guys did really good. Yeah. And then when he's going for the leg, I think this is the most eggiest moment in the shot. I think only people who know martial arts very well, that this is a kind of legit takedown. And Nick is like, this is what I would do in a fight. Before that, they tried something else, which was also quite complex. But I kind of went with, you know, that Nick is happy with doing this and like, I'm not gonna change. But to be fair, especially when I was editing, I was like, wow, it takes so long. There's no energy. You don't really show the move. So you just grab leg and just push back. It's just, again, it's for those who know this works great, but I think for those who don't know much about martial arts or not specialists, they're like, what is going on? It just doesn't look very strong. And here right at the end, you know, Nick was taking that sign you know, it took a time for him to get to Cole, and I just shortened it because it was just too much dead kind of space. And here's actually one of my favorite ones, is that after he punches or smashes Cole's face, then just he throws the sign down, but then I turn around and I show the continuance of the end of the throw, and it exposes all the guys being on the floor, and I'm like, this works perfectly. And just close up to Nick's face. The biggest challenge was probably, again, was quite late. All the boys were tired, you know, most of them trained during the day. At some point I could see like Carlos almost was falling asleep because I need to film some other scenes and where you don't have Carlos in. They did it so well. And honestly, one of my coolest fight scenes, very different, gritty, violent. Oh, that's the great part to show that as well. But even though we could put in when we did manage to put in some fun bits, like I thought we'd be coming from frozen yogurt. What did I learn from this one? Definitely check your setups for the filming in dark, which I didn't. Sound here was a bit interesting because I had 4 people and I had 2 lapel mics. So it was always going back and forth, but for that time being, I don't think I would get any other solution. Eventually, also, like when we start fighting, I moved to the boom mic on the camera, and then sound was fine. But when they have a dialogue and all that stuff, you know, it's much better with a lapel mic. Again, I started with gimbal, and as soon as the fight started, then I went to handhold. Probably at the end, gimbal would be better, maybe a couple more wider shots. But that's about it. I mean, in the end, I'm very happy with the result. Guys did an amazing job, and again, some of the stuff what they were doing, I honestly would tell that it's difficult to believe that that's their first time, you know. So, well done, boys. This is Generation Fight. Stay tuned.